So let's actually set up our application so we have a front end. I've got Axios here. I've got a basic page set up here. First thing we're going to do is let's actually deliver this page by going into our server. And we're going to bring in our path. And let's go over here and we're going to do a app.get request response next, even though we're not going to use next. We'll do response send file. And this is going to be path.join current directory, and I've got an index.html page here. So let's make sure that this is still running, which it is. Let's go over to localhost 3000, and I've just got my app showing up here. Let me make an Axios call, actually two Axios calls, and since they're really independent of each other, let's close a few things down here. Let's focus on our front end for the moment. I'm going to put this in a sync, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to specify promise.all. We're going to have two Axios calls. So this is going to be we'll do axios.get/API products. That'll be our first one here. And then we'll do categories. And we'll put in a wait here. And we'll specify that our responses, because we'll get two of them, are going to be equal to this. And so we know that we could then set our state. And we're going to set it to products, because that's how we have it set up in the constructor. Is going to be responses 0.data, and categories is going to be responses 1.data. Let's just make sure that didn't break anything. Let's just take a quick look. That's right. We've got an await, but I forgot to put a space there. Okay. So if we go and look at our network tab, we'll see that our two requests are here. We've got our includes here, which is going to be kind of nice because not only do we have our categories, but we're going to have our products within those categories. Now, why do we need to make both calls? Let's take a look at this in a second. I'm going to put an unordered list here. These are just going to be my products with their associated category. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to get from my state products, categories. This is from this.state. And what I'm going to end up doing here is I'll say products.map. This will be a product. I'm going to have a list item. I know my key is going to be the product ID, so I don't get that message. This is going to be my product.name. li, close that out, refresh this, and we'll see all of our products. Okay. Now, if we just went over here and I put in product.category name, and I did that, I'd end up getting an error. And the error is really going to stem from the fact that one of those products doesn't actually have a category. So I need to be a little bit defensive. I need to say, hey, look, product.category, and I don't get to that other expression if this is false. And if I get here, I'll get the category name. So the reason why this broke is that Quug doesn't have a category, and that's possible. And it belongs to. It doesn't mean you have to belong to them. It means you could end up belonging to them. So these would be our products. Now, if we went in the other direction, and we started off with our categories, we could map over our categories. Now, a category can have many products. So here's our category. This is going to be our category ID. And this is going to be our category name. But here, let's actually just switch this up a little bit. Because what we'll end up doing here is we'll say category.products.length. And if we end up doing that, again, we did the include here on the server side, we'll see that we've got one category with no products, one with one product, right? Three with three products. And if we wanted to display them, we could end up doing that pretty easily by going in here and what I'm going to do in here is just put another unordered list. So here's an unordered list. And I don't have to do anything defensive because I'll still have a list of categories, even though it's empty here. Excuse me, list of products. And here what I could end up doing is I could say, hey, look, category.products.map. This is going to be a product. And here we'll just say product.name, close the list item, close the map, and just so we don't get that annoying error here, we'll say the key here is going to be the product ID, right? So we're mapping over the products from a category. And so we've got the product without a category, and we also have a category that doesn't have any products. And this works out just fine because we have our includes. And again, what do I mean by the includes here? Let's go over here and just do /API products. And I'll see the include basically is doing you're putting the category in this direction and putting in the products from the category in this direction. And that works out fine, but I want to do another example that says we could actually get the same results without using any of the includes.